Hi everyone, this is Angie with the Painted Feather. Good morning. Adjust my camera here. You are on the Dixie Belle Paint page. It is Monday morning on the West Coast. It is Monday afternoon on the East Coast. And as you jump on here, I would love to know where you are watching from. I see some people coming on, so say hello to me, tell me where you're watching from. My name is Angie. I am the owner and creator of the Painted Feather by Angie, and I am in Santa Rosa, California, which is about an hour north of San Francisco. And I am a Dixie Belle premier retailer, and I sell my products at Whistle Stop Antiques. Hi, Michelle from Florida. Hello, that's where Dixie Belle's from. Hi, Charlene. Hi, Ruth. Good morning, everyone. And good afternoon, good evening, maybe. Not sure where you're watching from. Kansas City, Florida. Hi, everyone. Hi, Dixie Belle Paint. Thank you for having me on today. Hello in the UK. Hi from Canada. Got lots of people watching from all over. As you jump on today, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. If I don't see them and answer them, Dixie Belle Paint is awesome about answering questions. Hello, Connie from Michigan. Hello from Melbourne. Your speakers are full and you can't hear me. Let's see, just got done watching this piece. Good. Try to turn up your speakers if you can't hear me. I have my earbuds in, so I'll try to talk a little louder. Anyway, today what I'm going to do, I actually did this piece on live the other day. Hello from Italy. I am Italian, so I love it when people from Italy are watching. North Carolina. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Hello in the UK. Hello everywhere. Trouble hearing me. You know what? I'll pull you guys in a little closer. Okay, so this is going to be a little loud, so hold on one second. Okay, pull you in a little closer. Maybe you can hear me a little better that way. Okay, thank you. Some people can hear me. So, okay, so let's get started. I am just going to go over doing a couple things on this dresser. And what I've already done on this dresser is I painted it with a few different colors of red. I painted it with barn red. I painted it with rustic red. Okay, Dixie Belle says I am perfect. Thank you, Dixie Belle. I mixed a couple colors. I like to mix colors together to get colors. I mixed Colonel Mustard with rustic red also, and I laid all of that paint down, and then I let it dry, and I went over it with the colors Mermaid Tail and Paint Blue and a little bit of Tree Frog. And I ended up blending out some of the Tree Frog because it just wasn't exactly what the look I was going for. So there are little hints of that in there. But the really cool thing about paint, thank you Dixie Belle, I like my piece. The really cool thing about Dixie Belle Paint is if you get some paint on there, then you just can go right over it with, you know, more paint if you don't like how it's looking. So let's see, hi from, oh, it's sweltering and humid in Indiana. It's nice and cool here, so I'm thankful for that this morning. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go over a couple little little tips for getting your project to look how you want it to look, and then I'm going to go over how to put clear coat on. And that's a question I have a lot of people asking me. And then tell me what you're working on too. If you're working on a project, tell me what you're working on. If you're doing the same old thing you always do, or if you're getting out of your box and trying something different, you can get lots of inspiration from people that show you how to do these things. So you may as well try it. So to find a Dixie Belle retailer, you can go right on the Dixie Belle Paint page, dixiebellepaint.com, and you can just search in your area and you can find one. So yeah, I added some things to this. So here is the hardware that I think I'm gonna end up going with, and I'll just show you. This is what it did look like. and then I added a little gilding wax to it. So this is the hammered copper gilding wax, just to give it a little bit of shine and to tie it in. Hello from Australia. So Dixie Belle, can you answer if Dixie Belle is in Italy? I don't think so, but maybe they could answer. So, okay, so here's what I have done. Actually, I'm gonna pull this drawer out and show you what I've done here. Okay, so you see up in this corner, you can see gilding wax. That is hammered copper gilding wax. And you can see on that little piece of hardware here, I've added some gilding wax to that. I had painted right over it, and then I just added the gilding wax on there. So today I'm just going to show you how I added the gilding wax, and then I'm going to show you how to clear coat. If I get my drawer back in, let's see. Okay, so we got that back in there. And I like to use gilding wax. I didn't use gilding wax on the top. On the top, that is actually copper patina paint, and I didn't use it as a patina paint that will react. I put copper patina paint on there, but I actually did go right here along this edge and use the patina paint too. So you were working on a dresser, but your kids took it over. Well, hopefully it comes out okay. So, okay, I'm gonna just show you real quick how I apply gilding wax. So you can apply gilding wax with your finger, you can apply it with, I have this actually really stiff brush. Did you distress? I did distress a little bit, but it actually will make it look kind of distressed when I go along these edges. And I like to kind of create that illusion that it is distressed with the gilding waxes. And that's kind of a fun thing to do. So this is, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that because my lights are kind of bright. The hammered copper gilding wax. This is gonna be reversed because I have my camera flipped so I can see if I'm in the shot here. So this is my little brush. You can use like a stenciling brush, you can use your finger. Just as long as it's got stiff bristles, that seems to work out really, really well. So I'm just gonna dab it right in here, and then I'm gonna show you how I apply it. Hopefully you can see this. I'm just gonna go right along these edges. You see this? And you're gonna see it kind of pop up, this color. And where I have that white, it's really gonna be noticeable. So I just left a couple drawers without the gilding wax. So on this drawer, I think I'm just gonna go here. And then, can you see the other side here? Yeah, hello from Ohio. Okay, so now I'm gonna come over here. And I'm just gonna show you how easy it is you can do right with your finger too. There we go. And I can go along this whole edge and make it kind of look distressed, but it's kind of a glam distressed look is what I like to call it. So it gives that illusion, and sometimes I distress it and go right over the distressed areas with my gilding wax, which makes it look really cool too. Do you put it on and then the clear coat after that? You can put the clear coat on first, or you can put the clear coat on after. If you are going to put your clear coat on after, you need to let this wax set up and dry, because you can buff this wax and make it a little bit shinier. Hi Karen. But you want to wait like 12 to 24 hours to do that. So if you're going to put the gilding wax on after you clear, or before you clear coat, you want to let it dry and set up. So I am going to show you how to clear coat on the drawers that I'm not doing the wax on, because I have not clear coated these drawers, but I will show you how to clear coat on these, okay? So here we go. I'm just going to go around the top edge here. And this will tie it in nicely too with my top as well. So that's why I'm doing this. And I just like to add a little shimmer to my pieces. So, okay. And sometimes I box them in. Hi Jennifer, how are you? What is everyone's favorite top coat? What do you guys use for top coats? I'm going to show you a little example of what the different top coats look like as well. Now, if you don't have gilding wax, you can actually add a little bit of paint to your wax. So if you have like a clear wax, you can add any of the Dixie Belle colors, just a little bit to the wax to change the color of it. There are different waxes that you can use too. Okay, Susan likes the satin clear. Awesome. That's the one that I probably use the most, is the satin clear coat. You can put wax all over this piece and then you can clear coat on top of that. And the reason you would want to do that is sometimes you're going to use like an embellishing wax, like a dark wax or a brown wax or the white wax, and then you want to seal it and not have to redo wax, or maybe you've put wax just in a few areas, but you can clear coat right over that and then you're done. So with waxes, you might have to go back after a year and reapply it to get the protection. So if you don't want to have to go back, then you can clear coat right over it. So, okay. Let's see if I am good with that. I think that's pretty good. Instead of doing these, this gilding wax, you could also go with Dixie Dirt. Can you add the gold metallic paint to clear wax? Yes, you can. So they're water-based products, Jennifer. So if you want to add the metallic paint to either your clear coat, or if you want to add it to wax, you can do that. So that's why the Dixie Belle product line is so amazing. You can interchange those products and you can mix them together and kind of create your own colors. You can create, you know, whatever your style is and whatever your sensibility is for it. So yes, the clear coat is a water-based product. So all the three clear coats are. Clear coat comes in a gloss finish. It comes in a flat finish, and it also comes in the satin finish, which I'm going to use today. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I put the different sheens on this little, yeah, you might be able to see that. I put the different sheens on this little piece of wood here, and this is mermaid tail color. So here's the flat, here is the satin, and here's the gloss. So let me see. You can see the different sheens. So maybe you might be able to see that. So the glossy is pretty glossy, and I love using the glossy when I have lots of bright colors, or if I want it to make it a more wipeable surface. The satin also is a nice wipeable surface. They all are, but the flat is going to give you more of the look as if you had just painted it and you didn't put a top coat on it. So if you want to keep it looking kind of that chalky finish, you can do that. So, okay, so let's get to clear coating. And today I'm going to be using the Dixie Belle Blue Sponge. I get a lot of questions about how to do this and how to get the finish right. And if you just follow the right steps, you can, you know, make this look really, really good. So I'm going to give you a few tips on that today. When you are using your clear coat, you want to stir it up. You don't want to shake it, because if you shake it, you're going to get bubbles in it, and that can lead to bubbles on the surface of what you're painting. But you really need to get everything mixed back in so that it comes out how you want it to. If you don't mix it up, you're not going to have all the goodness in there for your top coat mixed where it needs to be. So we are going to mix it up. You're watching from Palmdale, California. Hello. Hello, Teresa. Okay, so I'm just stirring it up. The thing I noticed about the clear coat is the satin is a little bit thicker than the glossy clear coat, and which one, the flat, yeah. So you can add a little bit of water if it gets a little thick too. I love the blue sponges too, Susan. They're really, really great. So, okay, I've stirred this up, and then I'm going to pour this in a different container so that I don't contaminate my clear coat. So it's just an extra protection so that the clear coat doesn't get anything in it that you don't want in there. So I'm going to pour mine in this little plastic container. Yeah, gator hide you do shake. You can shake that up. So the clear coat, I'm just going to pour some in here. And then another little tip for you is get your blue sponge a little damp. So you can either get it wet and squeeze it out, or just spray it a little with your misting bottle. You don't want it so wet that water is coming out of it, so I'm just going to squeeze it out a little bit. And then go into your product. Am I telling you too many things, Janice? You can send your retailer, your local retailer, a message anytime. You can send me a message. I'm happy to walk you through it. So, but don't get overwhelmed. I'm giving you a lot of information. So I'll stop giving you so much information. I'll just put it on the piece, okay? So here we go. This is about how much you want to get it on there, but not too much, okay? So these little blue applicators are amazing. So get it on your sponge, and I'm just going to, I've already clear coated in between, and I pulled the drawers out when actually yesterday I did that. So I already have the clear coat in between. So pull your drawers out for that. Just for ease of this video, I'm going to show you with the drawer in here. I'm going to show you how I do it. So I start on one side, and I just put it on and I pull it across. And there is a little bit of time to work with the clear coat, a little more time than the gator hide. So you just pull it across, and you can see it. It's actually, it has a blue sheen to it. So you prefer using the sponge to apply the top coat. Yeah, I love this sponge. You can use an applicator pad, you can use a brush, you can use a sponge tip applicator. So I'm just pulling it across, and then I'm making sure it doesn't pool up. And a little goes a long way. I haven't even put any more on there. Do you take the drawers out completely when you're going to paint them? I usually do. The other day I did this live, so I didn't pull them out completely, but yeah. So I'm gonna get a little bit more in here. And you kind of pull most of it off. You don't really put a whole lot on there. So, and I can see where it's at from the side. And I'm just pulling it across. And if you miss spots, you'll get it the next time around. So don't worry about it. I use the blue sponge with gator hide too, Janice. It's really great. And try to not create a lip in between. Okay, so I'm pulling, and I can see from the side that it doesn't look like I have any holes in it. So that's pretty much it for putting on the clear coat. Can you hear me? You can't hear me, Amber? Maybe exit out and start again. Can everybody hear me? Hopefully I didn't go silent here. Okay, so I have a little dust on top of here, so I'm going to dust that off. And then I'm going to pull it across the sides. Okay. And so you don't want to overwork this because it will start to set up. Okay, Janice can hear me. Good. Sorry, Amber, that you can't hear. And don't go, like if you see that it is all kind of, if you have a line that is raised up between and it has been just a second, go ahead and just pull your sponge across again. You can actually add and spray a little bit of water on your sponge too to keep it moving, which is really, really good. Yeah, I usually do 2 coats. Okay, good, Amber. I usually do 2 coats with this. Sometimes I'll do 3 coats if it's like a tabletop, or I'll use gator hide. So the difference with the clear coat versus using gator hide is gator hide will really waterproof it very well and is the toughest top coat. For everyday furniture, like if you're doing dressers or not countertops, but tops of furniture that aren't going to be used as like a coffee table or as in the kitchen that's going to get beat up a lot, or if it's not a kitchen table that your kids sit at and do their homework, the clear coat is really great. It's pretty tough. I would use the gator hide if it's going to be an application where it's going to get a lot of wear and a lot of use. So, okay, I'm going to do one more drawer for you. Let's do this one here. And I'm going to spray it a little bit, spritz it a little bit here, and just start at one side and pull it across. And I can see the blue sheen on this. You might not be able to see it. And I can see where my lines are, where I'm going, where I've already been. Okay, make it a little bit more. And just pull it across and try not to create ridges in between, because if you create ridges, those are going to be a raised up area when it dries. Okay. Out the top. And if you do have any problem areas, oh, I'm showing you the different way to load the sponge. Yeah, you don't need very much on the sponge. Hi Mary, how are you? How's it going? You don't need very much product on the sponge. I think that's something that a lot of people do, is they put too much of the clear coat on, and then it gets all, it gets too thick and it's hard to work with. But okay, you put on a satin before your gator hide. Yeah, Debbie, that is a really good tip actually. If you want gator hide to go on a little bit more effortlessly, put on the satin clear coat first. It really, really helps with that. So yeah, that is about it for applying this clear coat. I did put, I don't know if you guys can see this, I'm going to move you up a little bit. I don't want to move you around too much, make you feel sick, but move you up a little bit here. So this is the copper patina paint, and you could use the copper without actually using it with the activation spray. So that's just a little tip for you. And then I did put gilding wax to match the body gilding wax right along this edge to tie it in. Wetting the sponge does really help it not have streaks. So if you get this sponge a little bit damp, it just helps the product move. These are all water-based products. So do you sand in between the satin and the gator hide coatings? Yes. So you want to sand in between with like a 320 grit or higher, just to make it nice and smooth. And if you do have a problem area with your gator hide or with your clear coat, you can sand down with, you know, like a 220, or you can get like the triple or quad zero, oh gosh, what's it called? The, somebody help me out here. I'm trying to remember what I'm trying to say. Anyway, you can sand down those areas. It'll come to me in a second here. You can sand down those areas just to get it smooth and then go back over those areas. So yeah, it does look good with this style. You're buying paint for me today, Mary. Thank you. Great. I'm sure I'll be hearing from you. Steel wool. Thank you, Debbie. I knew somebody would know what I was talking about. So the triple or the quad zero steel wool is really great, and you can get like buff it to a shine with that too, especially with the gator hide. So that is just a little tip for you on that. So let's see, anything else? I think I told you, but I'll show you again. So my hardware, I'm going to use this hardware, and I added a little gilding wax. So here is just the hardware before, and then I added some gilding wax to it. So you can see how much that adds just to, you know, give it a little pop. So this right here is mermaid tail. This blue is mermaid tail, but I did mix a little bit of haint blue in here. So yeah, the furniture, and I do sand between coats. I sanded before I put on the clear coat as well. Thank you, Debbie. So anyway, I think that is about it. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome to send me questions. I would love it if you go over to the Painted Feather by Angie and like and follow my page. I am also on Instagram at the painted_feather, on TikTok at the Painted Feather, and I do have a YouTube channel, the Painted Feather by Angie. So thank you so much for watching today. Feel free to send me questions, happy to answer them for you. And if you want to buy Dixie Belle products, you can find a local retailer, or you can click on the link in the description of this video. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, Donna. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, I really like this style and these colors, and don't be afraid to mix different colors that you don't usually do. Yeah, the gilding wax really adds a little touch to this. So thank you, Debbie. Thanks for all the little hearts, everybody. I appreciate it. So yeah, get some paint something, get outside of your box, and thank you, Dixie Belle. I think I gave maybe too much information today, so I'll try to reel it back in next time. So thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Linda. All right. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Tune in to these tutorials to learn all kinds of wonderful things and wonderful tips about these Dixie Belle products. Always a lot more to learn. I learn every day. So thank you, Tracy. Thanks, Dixie Belle Paint. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. I will see you soon on Dixie Belle Paint, and yeah, go paint something. Oh, which red? Okay, so I actually used barn red and rustic red, and then I mixed kernel mustard and rustic red on this. So, and then the other colors are mermaid tail, haint blue. I used, this is the copper patina paint, and this has some gilding wax on it, and then I have clear coated in the satin clear coat. So, and then this is hammered copper gilding wax. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. Thank you.